I love Prague, and I can visit it again and again. But it's a big city with all its perks and problems too. I remember Český Krumlov from my late teens as a little Prague in the south of Bohemia. Beautiful architecture, romantic streets, and that deep sense of history. I was there once as an extra in Barbra Streisand's Yentl. I'll talk about it later. And later I went back alone just to make some sketches. And this is the result. This year, I was really excited to return, this time to show it to my family. Late September is very different from the summer visits I remembered. Getting there isn't too hard, usually 2 trains from Brno, about 4 hours in total, but this time because of track repairs, it took longer, a change of trains and even an hour-long bus ride. We stayed for 2 nights in a pension right in the historical center. I barely remembered the way from the railway station, but going down the steep hill and catching the first glimpse of the town brought it all back. The walk was pleasant, and the first cobblestone streets made me instantly excited. This was just the beginning. We arrived in the late afternoon, so we decided to go to restaurant Maštal, recommended by our pension owner. And even though it started to drizzle, we immediately began documenting everything around us. For me, an artist in love with urban sketches, this was heaven. The city is encircled by the meandering Vltava River. We stayed on the castle side, just below it, while the restaurant was across one of the many bridges. Dinner was served in what used to be an old horse stable, cozy, warm, and full of charm. Afterward, we went for a walk to explore more. It was quite chilly for this time of year, and although I'm allergic to cold, I didn't care. The reward was huge. Charming old streets bathed in the golden light of lanterns, magical scenes at every corner. I have so many photos I'd like to paint, and this one I chose for a start. It was a long day, so we finally headed back. You can't really get lost here, even though it's a medieval maze of alleys. But before reaching our pension, I had to explore a staircase that looked as if it belonged somewhere in France. I didn't know where it would end up. I'll tell you soon how that mystery was solved the next day. Before I talk about the next day, Here is my other artwork inspired by the night stroll. The next morning, our plan was simple: see as much as possible of the rest of the historical center. After breakfast in Maštal again, we almost followed the same route, but everything looked completely different in daylight. Český Krumlov was founded around the 13th century, growing around a castle built above a bend in the Vltava River. The town's history is closely tied to the Rožmberk family, one of the most powerful noble dynasties in Bohemia. They owned Český Krumlov from the 13th century until 1602 and transformed it into a Renaissance jewel. Under Wilhelm of Rožmberk and his brother Petr Vok, the castle was expanded and richly decorated, and many of the elegant houses of the town were built during their rule. Their rose emblem, the 5-petaled red rose, is still visible throughout the town, carved into facades and gates. Without the Rožmberks, Český Krumlov wouldn't have its distinctive Renaissance harmony and fairy tale charm that we see today. We didn't have the time or energy to tour the castle interior or even climb the tower to see the city from above. So I watched the tourists leaning over the tall castle bridge with a bit of envy. I wanted to find the place where we filmed a scene for Yentl with the Czech crew, and after a snack of blueberry pancakes by the river, I realized we were right there, and I was right. Somewhere over there behind me, there are houses on the hill and there is a road. There was a camera, and on the road I'm standing on was our carriage of yeshiva students, and we were going around the corner, and you could see the whole city, and that image is also in Yentl, and hardly anybody knows about it. After all that exploring, we went back to the pension to rest. My family was tired, but I still wanted to wander before dinner. I decided to see how much of the castle area was open to the public, and I was lucky. Actually, that was the place which I reached by those mysterious stairs, the entrance to the castle. And there I saw the famous castle there, walked through the whole complex to the bridge, and had the most beautiful view of the entire city. I called my family, made them come with me, and despite the dusk, we saw so much. The castle courtyards, the glowing lanterns, the city from above, it was pure magic. The next day was our travel back day again, but we still paused to take in the views one last time. Later, going through my photos, I chose, as I told you, several scenes to paint in Procreate for this video, each in a slightly different style. First, I sketched them on paper, which helps me get familiar with the image. For the first one, I used a fall color palette I had never tried before, and I painted it in my mosaic style. The night scene, simple and focused on contrast of light and shadow, again was with an unusual palette for me. The last painting is the most traditional and painterly, bright and full of color, inspired by a Chagall palette. It just felt right for that sunny September scene. Have you ever been to Český Krumlov? What did you enjoy most? And which of my paintings is your favorite?